What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these luxury glitter fruit blossom nails using some new colors from Madame Glam. So today I'm going to be swatching their Pastel Haven collection. This is a Mother's Day collection with a touch of Korean elegance. It contains 6 syrup gels and 2 glittery gels that are vegan, cruelty free, 21 free, and palm oil free. So we're getting right into the swatches. This first shade is called the Muse and it's a blue shade. I don't really see like any of these colors as being like really pastel. When I think of pastels, I think of like really light pale colors. But anyways, they are really pretty colors. They're some of my favorite colors that I've ever received from Madame Glam. I had a little hair on my brush, so don't mind me, I was taking it off. But yeah, this is like their original formula. So as you can see, it's a little bit streaky on the first coat. So I do go in with a second coat off camera, but after that the color is really pigmented. It's just like a thinner formula. It's not like thick like their cream gels. But the thing that I like about these is you could share them out if you want. This color is called Mother's Wish and it's a pretty pink shade. Then we have this orange color called Mama Shine. I love the names and how they like go with the theme of the collection. They're really cute, but I love this orange. It's like a neon pastel orange in a way. It's really unique and pretty. I love that shade of orange. Then this is one of the glittery gels. This one is kind of like a rosy glittery gel with holographic glitters in it. Definitely needs a second coat so you can see the color. And this one is kind of like the last one. It's a glittery shade but has more of like a blue icy tone to it, like a baby blue icy tone. It has holographic glitters as well. This one is my favorite. It's called Love Bond. The last one was called Soft Lullaby, by the way, and the other pink one was called Her Strength. But yeah, this one is called Love Bond and it's a bright coral pink. Then we have this purple shade. I like this shade of purple. It's really unique. It's called Gentle Touch. This is really pretty as well. Almost reminds me of like the purple that I currently have on my nails in the video. And then the last one is called Enchanting and this is a really pretty green shade. I will leave my 30% off discount code in the description box if you guys are interested in any of the colors. But I did go ahead and apply a second coat off camera in a layer of top gel, curing each layer for 60 seconds. And here are the finished colors. I love the colors in this collection, how bright and pretty they are. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. As you can see, I'm prepping my nails. So I'm going in with 1 coat of Mia Secret Dehydrator and 2 coats of Young Nails Protein Bond. For this set, I'm going to be doing a square shape. So I just kind of cut down my 2XL square straight nail tips. I have them linked in my Amazon store if you're interested in them. And now I'm going in with a base gel. Because the base on these nails is going to be polygel. I'm going to be encapsulating my gel polishes and stuff like that. It's going to be like a really layered glittery ombre design. So I'm going to go ahead and cure that base gel for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to start by painting the tips of the nails with this shade called Love Bond. This is that really bright coral pink. I love this color. And like I mentioned earlier, this is their syrup formula. So the formula is thinner than their cream gels, which are really thick. So with these, you can share them out because it's kind of like that syrupy consistency and get kind of like a jelly kind of vibe. So that's what I'm doing. I'm applying it to the tips of these nails because I'm going to be doing an ombre later on. But I'm like applying it sheer so it kind of looks jelly, if that makes sense. Like it almost looks transparent, but it's not, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. You want to make sure you cure the nails all the way through. Don't flash cure because they tend to wrinkle up if you don't cure them all the way. After that, I'm going to paint over all the tips of the nails with that pink glittery shade called Her Strength. I'm applying it very thin over the tips because I still want to be able to see the color underneath that. Like I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a layered glitter design, so I still want to be able to see the color that I applied as the base. So I didn't apply it too thick because if you apply it too thick, it will end up covering up the color. So I have 2 glitter mixes that I'm going to be applying on top of that glitter. So I'm going to be using base gel to do that. So I'm applying some base gel to the tips of the nails first. And I have this like iridescent orangey coral glitter that I'm going to be applying down first. And then I'm going to be applying this pink coral glitter that's not really transparent, it's just like a regular glitter over that. And I'm applying it sparsely too, so that you can still see the color underneath. But yeah, these two glitter mixes go with like the color theme of the set. That's why I'm using them, because they're like coral color, and it just adds like more glitter and depth to the nails rather than just like plain glitter. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply the top color for the ombre. My camera actually died when I did the other two nails, but I do them all the same way. So I'm applying a little bead of this pink polygel from Makartt in the number 384, and I'm kind of just like patting it around the cuticle and onto the nail bed, and then blending it where the tip and the natural nail meet. I know it looks a little bit sheer, but I'm doing that on purpose because I'm also going over this color with glitter and stuff, so I didn't want to like bulk up the cuticle area, because it is a layered design, and if you apply too much, the cuticle area is going to get really bulky. Plus the fimo shapes are a little bit on the thick side, so you don't want to apply too much product, because then you'll have to apply a whole lot of clear to encapsulate them, and it will just look really bulky and weird. So I'm just like kind of like applying it over the nail bed area and blending it really quickly, not trying to be like too neat or anything like that. And then I'm gonna go over all of the nail beds, that same glittery pink shade, Her Strength, just a little bit, very sparse, to blend it into the tip. As you can see, after I applied the glitter shade over all of the nail beds, everything looks more blended. So now I'm going over all the tips of the nails with more base gel, and I'm going to be applying these little blossom fimo shapes into the gel and curing them in place. You just want to make sure that they're flat into the gel and not like lopsided or anything, so that the corners are like sticking up, because these nails do have to be encapsulated, and these are a lot thicker than glitter, so you need to place them a certain way so that they're not that hard to encapsulate. But I'm using colors that go with the theme of the set, so I have lighter pink blossoms, hot pink ones, and orange ones. So I'm using those three colors, and I'm applying them kind of spread apart, because I still wanted to be able to see the glitter and the color of the nail tip underneath them, so I'm making sure to do that. Some of the little blossom pieces were like cut off, so I'll be like switching those out if you're wondering why I'm taking them off. Okay, so I did go ahead and apply a little bit more base gel up by the nail bed area and apply some little fruits up near the top of the nail off camera. And now I'm going to be going in with a little bit more base gel and applying some chopped up gold foil like in between the little fruit blossoms. I thought it would be really cute to add some gold reflex because I'm going to be applying like gold nail charms later on. And I feel like it made the nails look more luxury. I wanted like a whole like luxury fruit blossom type of vibe, so that's the theme I was going for. And then I thought to add a little bit of this orange shade from the collection called Mama Shine. I'm using my detail brush and kind of just swirling the color through the blossoms and everything like that. And then I'm going to be using my brush to kind of like shear it out. And then it gave like the nails more of like a peachy coral type of color by adding the orange, and it was so pretty. I love the way it came out. So on the last two nails, I'm going to go ahead and add the foils and the polish at the same time and then go ahead and cure since I figured out what I wanted to do. And the last step is to go ahead and encapsulate the nails. So I'm going to be using Makartt Clear Polygel to do that. As you can see, I've already applied it onto the nails because the bottle was pretty low and I was struggling to squeeze it out. So I said, let me go ahead and just squeeze it on all of the nails. I might have added a little bit extra, but that's okay. I'll remove it if I have to. So I basically squeeze the polygel on the nail like I said, and as you can see, I leave the little like rounded end up closer to the cuticle area to kind of build my apex. So initially when I start patting the polygel in place, I start patting it thin around the cuticle area. You don't want the polygel to be thick around the cuticle area because then you'll have a lot more filing to do. So pat it thin around the cuticle area and onto the nail bed to build the apex. And then the rest of the polygel, you pat it sidewall to sidewall all the way down the nail. And I just kind of like smooth the nail out if I need to smooth out any bumps before I go ahead and cure. And I remove any excess polygel. Like I said, I added a little bit extra because this set had fimo shapes and they're a little bit more difficult to encapsulate because they're really thick. So I added extra polygel so I didn't have to keep going in and adding polygel because it's annoying to kind of have to keep doing that. I'd rather just like do it all in one shot and be done. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and file the nails. I did cleanse the tacky layer of gel off of the nails with some isopropyl alcohol. You always want to make sure that you do that so that there's no tacky layer of gel left on the nails before you start filing, because it's going to cause some resistance with your drill bit and it's going to be harder to file them. So you want to make sure you get all of that tacky gel off of your nails really good. So I'm using a 180 sanding band and my mandrel bit to file these nails. Since it's a polygel set, you can pretty much use this and be really good for debulking. I'm using my Melodysusie dust collector and my Saviland nail drill. Everything's linked in the description box, by the way. So I usually start by going around the cuticle area and then filing side to side all the way down the nail to smooth out like any bumps or file away any dips in the nail. I'm not trying to file these too much because these do have to be a little bit thicker anyway to keep the little fimo shapes covered. So I'm being very careful not to like file them off. So I'm just kind of like shaping them up and making sure they're even all around, but not taking down too much product, because like I said, you want to make sure that you don't file away any of the fimo shapes, because I did do like a glitter layered design, and so I'm doing that. And I'm also making sure to file underneath the nail and then just along the sides to kind of define the shape a little bit with the drill, so that I don't have as much hand filing to do with. I'm going to use my 180 grit hand file to go ahead and shape up my nails. Sorry, I was a little bit out of frame for this part. I didn't really realize it, but I'm doing a long tapered square for this set. So I'm holding my file straight first and filing the bulk off of the sides of the nail. And then I hold my file straight, but at an angle sort of, and file in towards the tip of the nail to get that tapered square look. I just make sure that no matter what I'm doing, I hold my file straight. That's how you get like a more crisp shape. And I like to do my shaping after I go in with the nail drill and debulk, because I feel like you get a nice crisp shape that lasts long until you change your nails. I feel like you file away the shape sort of if you do it the other way around, so that's why I do it this way. And then I go in and file the free edge by holding my file straight but at a slight angle and file straight across. After that, I will buff over the surface of the nail to smooth out any scratches or like rough edges. You always want to make sure you buff last and do that.
Rainy.
Okay, so to finish up the nails, I'm going to go ahead and add my nail charms now. I'm going to use some Gelixir rhinestone gel to do that. So I'm going to be using some flowers and some luxury nail charms. I have these little flowers in different colors. At first I was going to use yellow, pink, and orange, but I didn't really like that shade of orange, so I ended up changing it to white, and I feel like it stood out better. But yeah, I wanted to do like a luxury flower kind of vibe with the fruits and everything for like spring/summer. So I thought that these charms would complement the nails really well. So I'm using the Gelixir rhinestone gel to apply those down first. And then I'm going to apply little AB rhinestones in the middle of the flowers just to make them pop more. And then I'll just like top coat all the nails and the metal charms so that they don't lose their coating. They tend to do that after washing your hands. So I always make sure to top coat them really good so that they last longer and to avoid that happening. But yeah, I really think the charms complemented the set really well. I love the way these came out. They really remind me of like spring and summer. They're so pretty, and I love how like the pink and the orange color kind of created this like peachy corally pink color. It looks really pretty. I just love all of the colors from this collection, especially these ones. Let me know what your favorite color from the collection was. Comment it down below. Also, let me know what you guys think of this set. If you could leave me a like too before you leave, I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload videos. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.
Winnie.